Hello everyone, welcome to my channel ProStack Pathway, your learning path for the data-driven world. So I welcome you all for this new series on Microsoft Power Platform. So in this video, I'm going to talk about introduction to Microsoft Power Platform. So let's get started. So what exactly is Microsoft Power Platform? In this slide, I have a component diagram here on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, where we can see the Power Platform and the components of Power Platform. So basically, let me first describe or define what is Microsoft Power Platform. So it is a low-code platform for Microsoft that connects data, apps, and automation. So basically, Microsoft Power Platform is low code. That means there is very minimal coding required to make these components work together. So that is the reason Microsoft Power Platform is called as a low code platform. So the major function of Microsoft Power Platform is to empower users to analyze data, building apps, automate workflows, and create websites. So using Microsoft Power Platform, the main use is to analyze data, which can be done on Power BI, building apps, which can be done through Power Apps, and automating workflows or automating business processes, which can be done on Power Automate, and also creating external websites using Power Pages. So on what is this Microsoft Power Platform built? It is built on Azure, Microsoft's cloud computing platform. So let's see the components of Microsoft Power Platform. So we have six different components of the Microsoft Power Platform. So we have the Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Pages, Dataverse, and Copilot Studio. So first of all, Power BI is a component, it's a tool where we can do the data analyzation, visualization, and analytics. So this can be done through the tool which is available on the platform, which is called Power BI. The next component is the Power Apps. So Power Apps is usually used for app creation. So this app creation is now very easy to do because it is low code or no code. As the name itself says, that is low code and no code. Next is the Power Automate. So automating repetitive tasks, automating business processes can be done using this component, Power Automate. So basically, it's a workflow automation. The next is the Power Pages. So Power Pages, using this component tool, through the Microsoft Power Platform, we can build external facing business websites. Business websites, making websites is very easy, and this can be achieved using Power Pages. And the next component, which is the backbone of Microsoft Power Platform, is the Dataverse. Dataverse here is a centralized data storage. So the data is from all these components can be stored in the Dataverse. It is very similar to MS SQL, but this is mainly supporting the backbone. As I mentioned, it is the backbone of the Microsoft Power Platform. So all these components, Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Pages, they all interact and store the data over the Dataverse. And the last one is the Copilot Studio. Copilot is an AI platform on the Microsoft Power Platform, and it is basically AI-driven chatbots. We can create agents, we can create chatbots using the Copilot Studio. So these are the different components of the Microsoft Power Platform. So here you can see a diagrammatic view of the components of Power Platform, where I had already mentioned about all these components, that is Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate for process automation, and Power Virtual Agents, that is building agents on the Power Platform. Basically, the Copilot comes here, and the Power Pages, which is used to build the external facing websites. And we have other support, the backbone of Microsoft Power Platform. We have data connectors, AI Builder, and Dataverse. As I already mentioned, Dataverse is the database on the platform, and AI Builder and data connectors are also few of the components which help all these components to work together. Data connectors are used to connect other different sources of data like SharePoint, for example, SharePoint, your Excel files, etc., etc. There are many other data connectors. All these data connectors help in helping all these components work together. And we also have the AI Builder, which is used to build agents and chatbots. So now let's first start with Power Apps. That is the first component, and let's understand what is Power Apps. So Power Apps is, as I mentioned, it is actually used to build custom applications, custom apps for desktop as well as for mobile. It is a low-code app development platform. So there are two types of Power Apps here. We have the Canvas app and the model-driven apps. Two types. So basically, Canvas apps and model-driven apps. Through these apps, we can connect to Excel, we can connect to SharePoint, SQL, and Dynamic 365. So some of the example use case, some of the apps which I can mention here is that there you can have an app which tracks finances, or an app which tracks expenses, an app which tracks employee data, or it can also track an app which tracks customer support. So these are some of the examples of Power Apps. So what are the key features of Power Apps? The most important key feature of Power App is that it is low code and has low code and no code. So it can build, we can build apps without traditional coding. So the next important feature is the data integration. So for data integration, we have different data connectors available on the platform, which can connect to your SharePoint, Excel, or Dataverse, and any other external data sources. And that can be achieved using the data connectors, which I mentioned in the previous slide. The next is the responsive design. That is one of the key features of Power Apps. So the apps work on web browsers, tablets, and mobile devices. Responsive design is nothing but once you create an app, you can always use this app on multiple platforms. Like you can use it on web browser, you can use it on tablets and mobile devices. So the design adjusts itself as per where you are running the app. The next key feature is the security and governance. So we have a unique Microsoft security model, which is called Azure Active Directory, and that is how the security is one of the key feature of the Microsoft Power Apps. And a most important key feature of Power Apps is the AI and automation. We can integrate, we can build agents, and we can integrate Power Automate and AI Builder on these Power Apps to improve the intelligence of the app. So in the Power Apps, types of Power Apps. As I mentioned, we have three types of Power Apps: Canvas app, model-driven apps, and portal apps. So Canvas app is very easy to design, and Canvas app can be customized as per your requirement. It is, as I mentioned, it is best for highly customized user interfaces. So model-driven apps are those apps which mainly works as on the Microsoft Dataverse data model. Actually, it is majorly on the Microsoft Dataverse, but its layout is fixed and there is no much scope for customization. And the last one is the portal apps, which is called the Power Pages. So we can create external facing websites for customers, and we can utilize the Power Pages for the customers and build external websites. So Power Apps integrates very well with Microsoft Teams. You can run Power Apps on Teams. You can run and you can build apps for SharePoint. You can build for Excel and Power BI, and you can also integrate with Dynamics 365. So the most important component here is the Microsoft Dataverse. This is another important component. So Dataverse is a centralized, secure data storage. This particular component can be used across Power Apps, Power BI, and Power Automate together, and which integrates with Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365, and Azure. So this was about the Microsoft Power Platform, where we also had an introduction on Power Apps and Dataverse. So in the upcoming videos, I'll be talking more about Power Apps and Dataverse. So I hope you like this video. For more such video, stay tuned. Thank you.